Hello, traveler. Welcome to the Fanged Brew. How may Kabuki serve you? You do look kind of familiar, yes. I do think that I've seen you before, if my memory is not mistaken me. You came about this time last year, yes. You were feeling a bit down, I believe, if I remember right. And, yes, that's right. I brewed you a potion. Correct, yes. Well, Kabuki does so love return customers. Now, how could I help you on this fine, fine evening? Yes, I see. Having trouble sleeping? That simply will not do. No, it will not. Not on my watch, it won't. Well, I can certainly help you with that. How about you take a seat, get comfortable, just sit back, relax. Okay, yeah, perfect. There you go. Right there is good. Yes, no worries. And I will get to working on something for you. Okay. Let me just grab out my spell book here. Kept in it. Nice, secure sack. In here, I'll look through some of my recipes, and together we will determine what the best course of action will be to rid you of this insomnia that you're currently experiencing. I do promise that there will be something in here for you. There's something in here for everyone. So don't worry. Together we'll figure it out. Yes. Let's see. Just open that up. Good, good. And I'll just undo the wrap. And let's see. Alright, yes, yes. Now, do tell me, when you're falling asleep or trying to at night, do you find that you simply have a hard time closing your eyes? Do they not feel heavy enough? Or is it that you can close them, but sleep simply does not come to you? Okay, alright. Okay, so So, another question for you. When you do fall asleep, are you staying asleep? Or are you waking up throughout the night? Okay, and when you're waking up, is it because you're having nightmares? Okay, I see. Very important information to figure out up front. In fact, let me just... Yes, right here. Okay. And when you do have these uncomfortable dreams, can you tell me a bit about them? What do they involve? You don't have to get too personal or anything, but are they supernatural? Are they about your daily stressors that you have to struggle with? anything like that, you know. Okay, sometimes a mix of both. Makes sense. You know, we can be stressed out by multiple things. Whether or not you lean to one or the other does not really matter too much here. Just that you're having the nightmares. Okay. I do think that I've narrowed down the proper solution for us tonight. And I think, yes. Alright, wonderful. A poultice of heavy lids. That sounds perfect. We'll make those eyelids of yours just fall right down. That's what we want, isn't it? Good. Good. And I do have all of the ingredients necessary to create this poultice right in my shop. Yes, perfect. Okay. I will just close this up now that we are no longer in need of the book. And put it back in the burlap sack. Just right in here. Now do tell, how long have you had this insomnia for? Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, as I said, I do promise that together we will figure this out, okay? Kabuki never leaves with an unsatisfied customer. That I promise. Let me just grab my cauldron over here. This is what we will be mixing the poultice with tonight. I make all of my concoctions in here that involve different ingredients. As long as it's not, you know, a potion that's more liquid that doesn't really work well in here. We have different instruments for that, as I'm sure you've seen previously. But for now, we'll be crushing up our ingredients in the cauldron. Right here. It's very sturdy. Very, very sturdy. I'm sure you can tell. Quite heavy. But that's good. Because it's strong. We need to make sure everything is put together properly. Just place this right here. And let's get started. So, the recipe called for several ingredients. And I think we should start with the base. Let me just come through here to find what we're looking for. Okay. Yeah, just sorting through my inventory. And yes, here we go. Here is our base. This right here, if you want to get a look at that, is what I like to refer to as unicorn tears. Yes, yes. Come right from a unicorn. But don't worry. These are tears of joy, of course. Sad tears will not work in this recipe. No. This unicorn is a friend of mine, and I made her laugh quite hard one evening. I tell the funniest jokes, and she just started crying these happy tears, laughing. What a hoot. And I just asked, hello, real quickly, if I could just harvest those tears, I could use them in some of my recipes. And of course, she's my friend. She was like, it's a little bit weird, but sure, why not? So, these are happy unicorn tears. And I'll just be putting some of these right in here. And this will be the base of the poultice. Yes, so let's just make sure that we properly mix this up before we set it in the cauldron. These will do you wonders. Very good at rejuvenating life, keeping you healthy and happy, which, if you ask me, is a very important part of sleeping. Why, if it wasn't for sleep, you wouldn't be happy or healthy. So, this will help to get that flowing through you. Give you a nice, restful, healthy sleep. Okay, I think that just about does it. Let's uncork this. And just put some of it into the cauldron. Yes. That should do it. So, we have the first ingredient in here. How exciting. Many more where that came from. So, let's keep on going. Alright, next up, what was next? Oh, yes. Let me see if I have these. Alright. No. Okay. No. Where did I put that? I think I just had one left, but I know I had one. Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. Just grab this. In this first jar, we have our first physical ingredient that's not a liquid. And if you look closely, you'll see this is a tail of a creature you may or may not be familiar with. It is the tail of an invisible rat. Now, don't worry again. This is humanely harvested. They drop these when they are a bit afraid, so you can find them scattered in the undergrowth. So I just go out and I find them, and I keep them for ingredients. It doesn't hurt. Nobody else is using them, so they don't need them anymore. They grow back. So let's just grab this. Grab this invisible rat tail out of here. Yes, give me that. There we go. Kind of slimy. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with invisible rats, but they are little sneaky things. They can come in your cupboards and steal your snacks, and you'll be none the wiser. There'll be no evidence of it. Even their droppings are visible. So, quite sneaky little things, but very cute when they do uncloak themselves. Very, very rare you have to get very close with one. So, just drop this tail in here. Good. And let's begin mixing this up. Let's see. There we go. Get the tail all in the unicorn tears. Very good. Yes, yes. Good. Now, the invisible round tail is used as a way to help you stay asleep. Now, just like the rats are invisible and cannot be seen, we don't want your eyes to be seen while you're sleeping, of course. They're supposed to be closed. So it helps promote that sleep, that consistent sleep, which is exactly what we want. Good, good. Okay. And the next ingredient. What is it? Ah, that's a good one. I have these right here. Don't have too many of them left because they're very often used as an ingredient in other poultices, but here we have a couple of pale mushrooms. These you will find growing only on the night of a full moon. And if you are able to pick them on that night, they will retain this pale white, blue, almost blue color that they possess. And that is when they're most useful, especially for any sort of sleeping needs. Because they grow at night, they are infused with the night energy and that of the moon. So putting them in this poultice will be very beneficial. Alrighty, let's grab these. Good, good. I do hope that you are feeling quite relaxed. Yes. You'll be asleep in no time, my friend. I do promise that. Alright, there it is. The little pale mushroom. I'll just throw that right in here. And the next one. And, of course, the last one into the cauldron. Good. I'll have to be sure to go out and restock. Now is not the best time for that. While it is a full moon, it is a blood moon. And they don't grow on blood moons, no. Unfortunately not. Not the right energy for pale mushrooms, but plenty of other things too. Very useful things, very rare things, as blood moons are not as common. But tonight is not the night to go out foraging for those, no. Not while you're in my care, my friend. I will see to it that I spend my evening looking after you. That is far more important. Yes. Put this out of the way. There we go. Put this over here. And the next ingredient. What is it? What was it? Right. Let me see. Yes, here we go. another wonderful thing. Very, very useful thing. This is moon dust. Get a good look at that. It's very shiny. This will only come out when there has been a shooting star overhead. So if you ever see a shooting star and you're able to get outside and look around, you might just find some moon dust sprinkled along the ground, clinging to the grass and the bushes maybe. Very, very, very hard to come by, but I am in pretty good supply of it, if I do say so myself. This will be our next ingredient for the poultice. Okay, let's put this in here. Just a dash of it, after all. Powerful stuff. Just a dash. There we go. Carefully. There we go. Wonderful. That should do it. Put the lid back on. Perfect, right as rain. Moon dust. Very, very powerful ingredient. Only the wisest witches know the best ways to come by it. But I'm not afraid to share my secrets with you. No. I am secure enough in my ability to secure customers that I'm not worried, not one bit. I am very good at what I do after all. Yes. Sounds very nice, doesn't it, here? Have a listen. Yes. Very good. Now before we begin adding more ingredients, I think we should begin crushing this up a bit more. Get everything so far put together. Just very good. Very good. There we go. Perfect. The mushrooms dissolve within the unicorn tears, and they come together and join the invisible rat tail. Good. Now, I should mention that this is not any concoction that you will be eating. No, you do not want to eat this. It will not taste good. It won't harm you, but you'll have the taste in your mouth for days, my friend. Now, what we'll be doing with this poultice is putting it on some leaves, and then resting those leaves on your closed eyelids. Yeah. And then it will seep into your skin from there, and it will help to encourage that restful sleep. Very good. Just take a together nicely, very nicely, I see. Good. So, let's grab the next ingredient, yeah? Yes, perfect. Alright. I believe it's just 2 more ingredients that we need to add to the cauldron tonight. And let's grab the next. Okay, no. Not that. No. Not this. Ah, yes. This way. In the back here. Let me just... Ah, yes, here we go. Here we have stones from the mellowest of creeks. The water is gently lapped against these stones for a very, very long time. And it has given all of them this very unique set of colors. We'll be crushing some of these up into fine little granules and adding them to the poultice as well. This is a creek that is not far from the Fanged Brew. There's not too many that will suffice to create these very unique rocks. But luckily, my shop is very, very close to exactly what I need. I'm a very lucky wolf. In here, shall we? Okay. Alright. Let's find what we need in here. Maybe no. I'll make sure that we grab the best ones for my favorite customer and good friend. Perhaps this? Maybe. This should do. Put this one in here. And let's see. This nice pale one will do quite nicely. And let's see what we have in here. Ooh, this one is rather pretty. Into the cauldron it goes. Let's see, a couple more. Just a couple more. Ooh, this one looks rather nice. Dark color. Good. Just grab one more. That'll do it for the Mellow Creek stones. Alright. I'll put these aside, and we can begin crushing these up. Yes. Into nice, small granules. So do tell me, how have you been, my friend? It has been too long, too long. Aside from your sleeping problems, what have you gotten yourself up to? I see. Interesting. Lost in the woods, you say? That is good that you had help, then. I'm very glad to hear that. I know these woods around here so well that I never usually have to worry about getting lost, but sometimes I do stray too far. And you also are probably well aware yourself how the forest can sometimes change unexpectedly. We have the Fae to thank for that. But as long as you don't trouble them, they will not trouble you. But sometimes they can be a bit of pranksters, those ones. Yeah, it's fine. We all have our very special place in life. So, cannot get mad that sometimes we don't see eye to eye. It's just how it goes. But I'm very happy to hear that you've been doing well, my friend. Good. And remember, you can always come to me. Come and see Kabuki if anything is off. I will happily help you. As long as there is something in my book, I will be here of as much use as I can be. Very good. Let's take a look so far. Ah, yes. Everything is coming together nicely. Very nicely. Alright. There is one final ingredient for this poultice, but it is a bit of a 2-for-1 special. Let me grab that. It's over here amongst my other ingredients. Let's see. Yes, here we are. Here, good. Plenty of these in my supply. These right here are a bushel of dark berries. And now this is the main reason that you don't want to eat this poultice. Not the rat tails, not the rocks. It's these berries. These have quite a bite to them. More of a bite than even Kabuki has. These will leave a sour taste in your maw for far longer than you'd like. What we'll be using them for today, though, doesn't require consumption, so it'll be all good. I'm going to harvest some of these and sprinkle them, rather, into my cauldron. And for the second part, I will be cutting off some of these leaves. And that is what we'll be putting the poultice on to then rest on your eyes. The berries themselves are very hardy and are used in many recipes. They will help you wake up feeling refreshed and strong for the next coming day. They'll give you energy and breathe that happy and excitement into you. And the leaves themselves, well, they can be crushed up sometimes into other poultices and salves and whatnot, but for now they're just going to be used as the mechanism to get this poultice onto you. But despite the taste of these berries, the leaves themselves actually have a very pleasant aroma to them. Earthy, but with almost a sweetness to them. You'll see once they're closer to your face. But for now, let's harvest some of these berries. Pesky little things sometimes. Got some more in here. Into the cauldron you go, my friend. And off you go. And in you go. That should do it for the berries. We only need a little bit. They are very strong. And now, let's cut some leaves off for you to use for your eyes. Let's find a nice set here, big enough to put on you. I'll use the ones here at the base of the stalk. Let's just cut these off. Very good. There's one. And you do have two eyes, right? There's none hidden in the fur there. Good, okay. Figured I'd ask, you never know. There's a lot of very diverse customers here at the Fanged Brew. You never know. So, it's always just safe to ask. And that'll do it for the dark berries. Put those aside for now. Just down here. And we don't really need these anymore now. Not going to be cutting your fur or anything this evening. Maybe another time if you come back I can employ my hairdresser services. Oh yes, I do that on the side, on weekends. Anything to get some spare coin in these trying times. Especially considering I sometimes employ my services for free. Anything can help. Yes. Okay, I'll just put these aside for now. We have here our two leaves that we'll be putting the poultice on. Put those aside here. And let's do the final preparations. Yes, here we go. Just crushing the berries up into what we have so far. Very good. Oh, don't mind the smell. This is another reason that we use those leaves. They mask that kind of rough aroma quite well. So you won't have to worry too much. Now, while I'm finishing this up, I want you to get as comfortable as you can be. I'll be applying this to your eyes here because I want to make sure that you are safe and that the poultice is successful. So you can just rest here for the night. As I said, I'll be here all night, so I'll make sure that you are safe and comfortable throughout the evening, and I can assure that you don't wake up. Not until the morning comes. That's what we want. finish stirring that up. Good. I don't mind the smell myself, mostly because I have concocted much worse things that hopefully you never have to smell with your own nose. Yes. Okay, let me take a look. Yes. It's looking very good. Now I do have to let this settle for just a few minutes, but that's no problem. I'll put this aside for the time being. But what we'll do while we wait is make sure that you have the proper conditions for a good night's sleep. As I said, make sure that you are comfortable and feeling very cozy. I'm going to help you. What I want you to do is just follow the tip of my wand here. Can you do that? Just follow the tip. Yes, very good. This will help relax you. An ancient technique. This wand comes in handy for spells, but it can be very helpful for other things as well, such as this. And with the magical properties that it is infused with already, it will help prepare you for the poultice. So just
Thank you so much to all of my patrons for your support. Thank you to my snooze